Welcome back to the Hot Child in the City. This is our 13 Nights of Halloween, and today we are talking about the inventor of shock rock himself, Screamin' Jay Hawkins. Screamin' Jay Hawkins was born in July 1929, and he was known for his song, I Put a Spell on You.
I put a spell on you. Because of mine.
And his use of the macabre props on stage, which made him an early pioneer of the shock rock genre. So he was well known for his gimmicks and getting out of a coffin, for example, live on stage. And did you know that this actually happened because of the radio disc jockey, Alan Freed? He offered him $300 to emerge from a coffin on stage, and Hawkins initially declined, but he later gave in. He created this outlandish stage persona, and he started getting out of the coffin more regularly, and he would wear gold and leopard skin costumes and have notable voodoo stage props, such as the smoking skull that was on a stick. He named it Henry, so, you know, we all have... What are you doing here? We all have our little gimmicks and such, so, but what's your favorite version of I Put a Spell on You? Because I really also love the Nina Simone version, but of course there's covers by The Animals, Them with Van Morrison, Creedence Clearwater Revival, but of course my favorite has to be the original by Screamin' Jay Hawkins himself. And later we'll talk about Screamin' Lord Sutch, who got his name from Screamin' Jay Hawkins, but that'll be another episode where we talk about more shock rock and his hit song, Jack the Ripper. So despite all the commercial success that Screamin' Jay Hawkins was given, he didn't really love the persona and the shticks that made him famous. He said it was exploitative, and he believed it undermined the sincerity of his singing and his music. In a 1973 interview, he talked about the Screamin' epithet before his name that was given to him by his label. He had said, if it were up to me, I would be Screamin' Jay Hawkins. James Brown did an awful lot of screaming, but never got called Screamin' James Brown. Why can't people take me as a regular singer without making a boogeyman out of me? Which I think is very more than fair. But yeah, he played into it. The label really went with it. So there you go. So his shtick as this kind of character, I would say, inspired, like we said, Screamin' Lord Sutch, other rock acts like Alice Cooper, another shock rocker.
Alice Cooper looked 65 in 1972. How is he still alive?
Tom Waits, The Cramps, Black Sabbath, and Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, a bunch of other people. So Vox.com described him as a goth icon. So, very interesting. And yeah, so that's a little bit more about Screamin' Jay Hawkins. It's kind of sad. He wasn't really a major success as a recording artist, but his highly theatrical performances of I Put a Spell on You kind of skyrocketed him into his kind of niche of success. And he opened for Fats Domino and the Rolling Stones and so on and so forth. But yeah, it was interesting to dive a little deeper into him today. Comment below if you have any other ideas for this October. Remember, I'm doing 13 Nights of Halloween, and it's all going to conclude with our costume contest, so feel free to comment below and send me in my email, send me pictures of your favorite rock costume, your favorite costume as a musician, like if you dressed up as Freddie Mercury one year or the Beatles or whatever you think is acceptable, and I will feature it on our costume special at the end of this month. So thank you all again for tuning in to another 13 Nights of Halloween. This is Rio, aka the Hot Child in the City, signing off. You like my shirt? Woo!
Alice Cooper looked 65 in 1972. How is he still alive?